Welcome to aminacademy.com. In questions, how, why, what. In that, we'll discuss the answer about what is sunlight, can sunlight be stored. Sunlight, that is a solar radiation that is visible at Earth's surface. The amount of sunlight is dependent on the extent of the daytime cloud cover. Some places on Earth receives more than 4,000 hours per year of sunlight, more than 90% of the maximum possible. As in the Sahara, others receive less than 2,000 hours, as in region of frequent storm mines, such, such as Scotland and Iceland. Over much of the middle latitude region of the world, the amount of sunlight varies regularly as the day progresses, owing to greater cloud cover in the early morning and during the late afternoon. Ordinarily, sunlight is down into the three major components. First one, visible light, the wavelengths between zero point 0.4 and zero point 0.8 micrometer. The second one, ultraviolet light, the wavelength shorter than zero point 0.4 micrometer, and the infrared radiation with wavelengths longer than zero point 0.8 micrometer. The visible portion constitutes nearly half of the total radiation received at the surface of Earth, although ultraviolet light constitutes only a very small proportion of the total radiation. This component is extremely important. It produces vitamin D through the activation of the ergosterol. Unfortunately, the polluted atmosphere over large cities robs solar radiation of a significant portion of its ultraviolet light. Infrared radiation has its chief merit in its heat producing quality. Close to half a total solar radiation received at the surface of Earth is infrared. On the path through the atmosphere, the solar radiation is absorbed and weakened by various constituents of the atmosphere. It is also scattered by air molecules and dust particles. Short wavelengths of light, such as blue, scatter more easily than do the longer red wavelengths. This phenomena is responsible for the varying color of the sky at different times of the day. When the sun is high overhead, its rays pass through the intervening atmosphere almost vertically. The light thus encounters less dust and fewer air molecules than it would be if the sun were low on the horizon and its rays had a longer passages through the atmosphere. During this long passage, the dominant blue wavelengths of light are scattered and blocked, leaving the longer unobstructed red wavelengths to reach. Earth and lend their tints to the sky at dawn and dusk. Now we'll discuss further about what is sunlight. Sunlight is a term for the electromagnetic radiation that comes from the sun, which includes visible, infrared, and ultraviolet light. It's a vital source of light and warmth that's essential for plant growth and the Earth's climate. The sun's energy is called the solar constant and is equal to 1.4 kilowatts per square meter. However, the amount of energy that reaches the Earth's surface is less due to atmospheric absorption. Sunlight appears white, but it can appear yellow, orange, or red because of the different molecules in the air. During sunrise and sunset, the sun appears orange or red because the light rays travel through more of the atmosphere, causing more scattering. The sunlight can be captured and converted into electricity and heat using solar cells or photovoltaics. Plant uses sunlight to make food through photosynthesis, and animals and humans need plants for food and oxygen. Sunlight can be very bright, so it's important to protect your eyes when spending time outdoors. Can sunlight be stored? Yes, sunlight can be stored in several ways, including batteries. Solar panels generate electricity which can be stored in the batteries for later use. Common types of batteries used for solar energy storage include lithium ion battery, lead acid, nickel cadmium flow. Now, further details about the types of batteries you can do. Lithium ion. These batteries are lightweight, have high energy density, and are used in many portable devices like cell phones and laptops. These are also used in electric vehicles and energy storage system. Lead acid. These batteries are inexpensive, reliable, and recyclable. These are often used to automotive applications such as starting engines and as backup power sources for home and business. Nickel metal hybrid. These batteries are used in medical equipment and computers. These have a longer life cycle than lead acid batteries and are safe and abuse tolerant. Alkaline. These batteries are used in everyday devices like toys, flashlights, and remote controls. They have a long shelf life and stable voltage output. Nickel cadmium. These batteries are used in applications that requires high discharge rates such as cameras, power tools, and emergency lighting. Primary batteries are used in low power devices like hearing aids, clocks, and remote control. They are not reusable once the chemicals inside them are exhausted. Ultracapacitors. These batteries store energy in the interface between an electrolyte and an electrode. Zinc polyiodide flow. These batteries have an electrolyte that has more than twice the energy density of other flow batteries. Organic aqueous flow. These batteries uses electrolytes made from organic molecules. Next, by thermal storage. By that energy can light energy can be stored by thermal storage. Solar energy can be stored in thermal storage systems such as molten salt energy storage. Mechanical storage. Solar system energy can be stored in the mechanical storage system such as pumped hydro system. By using solar batteries, we can store by using mechanical energy. That means pumped hydro systems. Chemical storage. Solar energy can be used to create a new fuels such as hydrogen and methane, which can be burned to provide energy. Soil. Sunlight can be stored in soil. Transparent film. Sunlight can be stored in a transparent film sandwiched between two layers of light. How is sunlight converted into electricity? We know that solar panels use photovoltaic PV cells to convert light into electricity. Mirrors can be used to concentrate solar radiation and convert into electricity. Now, can sunlight be stored as sunlight itself? No. Sunlight cannot be stored as only light, but its energy can be captured and stored for later uses. That means as it is, sunlight cannot be stored as a light, but it's converted to electricity by some other sources. What are solar batteries? Solar panels, also known as photovoltaic PV panels or solar cells, are devices that convert sunlight into electricity. That means the sun rays falls on the surface of the solar panels and it produces by using some flowing of electrons, we can get it energy output. Solar panels. Nowadays, solar panels are very useful and become advancing. When exposed to sunlight, solar panels releases electrons from a semiconductor material like silicon, creating an electric charge. The wiring in the panel captures this charge, which is then converted to an alternating current AC by using inverter. The efficiency of solar panels varies by the type of semiconductor material and PV cell technology. Monocrystalline solar panels are the most efficient, while the polycrystalline solar panels can be the most cost effective. Uses solar panels can power small electronic devices like calculators and watches or be grouped into arrays to produce electricity for a house or even thousands of homes. Solar panels are a renewable energy source that are non-polluting, economical and efficient. They also help to combat greenhouse gas emissions, reduce global warming and decrease reliance on fossil fuels. The first commercial solar panel was created in 1881 by American inventor Charles Fritz. However, these early solar panels were very inefficient. The first practical PV cell was developed in 1954 by Bell Telephone researchers. So far, we discussed about what is sunlight, what are its uses, can sunlight be stored, and as well the solar panels. We have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.